Hi, and a very warm welcome to Wellbeing Mission Control. I'm Greg Parry. Wellbeing is my speciality, and one of the areas that we could perhaps explore together is the idea that maybe we obsess a little bit too much about the problems and challenges that we're faced with. I know it's completely natural, it's part of our evolutionary heritage. After all, happy times are hardly likely to threaten our existence or put a dent in our potential for survival. But the dangers and problems are the things that we tend to notice. Makes sense. The problem is that we are overreacting far too much and we tend to look for problems even where they don't exist. Have you ever had one of those friends who always seems to create crises out of thin air? I had a colleague some years ago who would just create drama all the time, would always leave it to the last minute to go and catch a plane. Everything was a crisis, everything was a problem. And here's the irony: there was never a problem. There really was never a problem. And when he'd come to me screaming and shouting in panic, and after a few moments we discovered actually that there's no reason to panic. It was a habit. It was just an instinctive reaction to create drama out of thin air. Well, in retrospect, it was quite funny, but at the time, it was just quite draining to have to deal with this constant stream of negative energy and creating problems out of thin air. My point is that we become way too focused on the problems and the difficulties and challenges, and we all benefit from taking a deeper breath, taking a step back, and assessing things from a slightly cooler, calmer, more logical perspective. The strange thing is that social media have been designed to produce very negative reactions in us because that's what engages our attention. And yet, the supreme irony of this whole situation is that pretty much everything you're looking for, the answers that you need, the ounce of wisdom that can transform your life, is already within us. It's within the domain of your own heart. And this is why mindfulness is such a powerful practice to introduce into the daily routine. It doesn't mean changing your life, a change of costume or a change of diet. It's about just learning to pause and give your mind a little bit of space to go off in whatever direction it wants, while your attention just focuses on the inner peace and calm. And surprisingly, within just a very short period of time, you begin to develop a closer relationship with this deeper sense of perception. It's as if we have another set of senses which we're largely oblivious of because we're so obsessed with the distractions, with, may I say, quite often the trivia of the day that lend nothing to our progress, our understanding, and our development. And those few moments of pause helps you to understand the world from a deeper perspective. It's a breakthrough moment where you become detached from the habits of your stream of consciousness. It's a moment where you see things differently. I would argue you see things more clearly, that you get a sense of understanding the situation that you're in without the emotional overlay that causes so much confusion and distortion. It's just a way of seeing things more clearly. That can be invaluable in any situation, whether you talk about work, business, planning your projects. It's particularly relevant for your private life, for your social connections. It helps you to see things more clearly. It also tends to diffuse a lot of the insecurities we're subject to. You just feel calm, more confident, a little more centered and balanced. I would even argue that you feel a little lighter. You're not weighed down by this burden of stress and anxiety that tends to characterize most of the perception that we experience on a daily basis. So take a moment to relax. Take a step back. Move your perception away from that intense focus on the problems and challenges. See what you can perceive. See what difference it makes. Let me know what you think. I'm really grateful for the comments and feedback that you share with me. It's kind of fun. You probably guessed that I enjoy doing this. And whilst I'm looking forward to being back with you tomorrow, please accept my best wishes for a wonderful day.